Let's get it. Hobby with Cage, 190. Woo! Gonna be 200, so it's pretty nuts. Brought to you by Arena Club and Bleaker Trading, as always, for as long as they'll have me. Interesting title. It's almost like a tease. My hobby's not your hobby. It's getting us arguing about who's the hobby really for? Is it for people who want to break? Is it people for who want to collect and who want to do? It's a tricky little title because it doesn't mean we have to be enemies because I want the hobby to be something else and you want the hobby to be something else. What it means is that I don't think there is one hobby. I think everybody kind of has their own. Everybody does it their own way. And I'm going to throw you for a little loop here. Even how I hobby, how you hobby, will change as your tastes change over time. It's interesting. Made me think about it for a minute. So we'll take it two ways. Number one, my hobby is not yours. I may not love breaking. But man, trying to stop the momentum of breaking, right, is like trying to stop the Titanic from sinking by throwing a deck chair off of it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we'll cut some weight. It'll be fine. No. No. Man, the momentum behind breaking, and people love it. And what's funny about it is, if you haven't gone and watched the episode where I had Jags on from Blaze, go ahead and watch it. It seems like he's making the rounds now, which makes it a little less cool that he was on my show. If he's just going to whore it out and go everywhere. Sorry, Jags. I got to do it. But it was a great conversation. It was an honest conversation. But what's amazing about it is, forget about the episode, the comments, the DMs I got. There is a significant segment of the hobby that really likes breaking. No better way to say it. They like breakers. They like the entertainment of breaking. They like the ease of use. They like being able to get on their phone and break. Meanwhile, I got to tell you, after that episode, I went on Fanatics Live. I tried to find Jags breaking. I couldn't find him. Maybe it's because I'm old. I'm like not a tech person, but I wanted to find a Blaze break on Fanatics Live and just like watch it, be in the chat. Hey, support. Nope, couldn't even find one. Not the easiest thing to use. Maybe I'm just a moron. But yeah, I couldn't find. Maybe they just weren't on. I just assumed they were on all the time. They're basically all the time on Instagram. They're always breaking. And then I went to their website, and it wasn't the easiest thing in the world to follow that either. Like we kind of talked about how it's sort of like having DraftKings in your pocket. Boom. You log in, you put your money in, and you're able to gamble. Same thing with breaking. You put your money in, you're able to buying into a break, when it opens, when it starts. Like, I like the Instagram stuff. It's like, okay, this is what I'm selling. Oh, here's my $200 PayPal. Well, you can open the box for me. Nice, easy. This is like, you buy a slot. Who knows when it fills? It's like not for me. Could be for you. Obviously is for a lot of people. Not for me. That's the best I can tell you on this. For me, I wouldn't want to break. But clearly, I'm not. The majority here. I mean, there are a lot of people who did it. A lot of people who like breaking. Okay, sorry about that. So that's one way. Two, collecting. It's funny, right? I have come on here and I've talked about, buy this guy, sell this guy, you name it. One of the things that I did, and you guys know who you are, after the Eagles won, I sent messages out to the people who were the staunchest Jalen Hurts supporters. People who I had some vicious back and forths with on Instagram. When I did my sell you Jalen Hurts, I did it like 2 seasons in a row, basically. Sell now, sell, he's hot, blah, blah, blah. Man, these people, they really defended their guy. It was misguided because I wasn't attacking the quarterback. I was attacking the prices at the time. But they defended their guy. They were Jalen Hurts fans. They were Jalen Hurts collectors / investors. And I knew in my heart of hearts that these guys who I had spoken to about this, who I had many back and forth with about this, still had their cards. Like, they were not people who were just going to sell. Even when Cage the Great says sell, these were not people who were selling. So I messaged them. I said, congratulations. And a couple of them wrote me back saying, I can't believe you remembered, like I can't believe you remember that, that I'm the Jalen Hurts guy. Some of it's easy. You got Jalen in your username, I mean, you're not really hiding it, so much. But some people didn't respond. They probably have me blocked or restricted or whatever it is that you do on Instagram from all my Jalen Hurts stuff. And here's the best part. As much as I say congratulations, as much as I say, wow, what a great Super Bowl, and how happy it made me to watch that Super Bowl, because I'm a Raider fan and just don't like the Chiefs and never will. I'm going to say it again. Sell your damn Jalen Hurts cards. If you happen to still hold them, come on, you watch them go down after I said sell them both times. They're going to go down again. This is your exit. This is your liquidity opportunity. This is your time. It may never be better for this guy. And even if it is, even if they go back and they win another one in the next couple of years, like, no one's expecting him to be an all-timer, No, I mean, and the quarterbacking is a gauntlet. And I used to say the NFC is easier, which was a good thing for Jalen Hurts. But now you got Jaden Daniels, who everybody else says buy, and I say sell. And who knows? Who knows who else is going to be in the NFC when all is said and done? Might get a little stronger. You never know. Never know. So that was fun, little Super Bowl. But the point is, my hobby is sell your Jalen Hurts cards. And it's to come in and tell you should sell yours. That's not everyone's hobby. And man, whether or not they're selling now with a recent increase in price or some more notoriety for Jalen Hurts, whether they're selling or keeping them, that's their way of hobbying. They loved owning those cards, having their Jalen Hurts collection when he was in the Super Bowl dominating. And for some people, that's enough. For some people, it's not about buying it at a price and then selling it at a higher price. And if that's your thing, that's great too. Hobby needs that. Right? The industry needs that, right? But for some people, they just love owning the cards. For others, it's about the show off. It's about the flex. It's about being able to have that card when it's relevant to go and post it and make content out of it and show it on your page, on your Instagram story. How many Luka cards came out of the woodwork when it was to trade to LA, and now you're going to have Luka in LA forever. Man, everybody's Luka cards came out of thin air. Same thing, Jalen Hurts. Nothing wrong with that. If that's your guy, if that's your card, and that you want to show it off, show it off. Get out there, go ahead and show it. Be proud. That's the hobby. Be proud of your card. Enjoy owning it. Get something more than money out of being the one that owns that card that you got to show off. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I've said a million times, there's no one right way to hobby. And you know what? We need a lot of other stuff. You want to talk about innovation, say what you want about the poll schemes 1 of 1, and which auction house got it, and all that other fun stuff. But talk about, making news, making headlines, having a chase, having something cool, and give Fanatics a little credit. I mean, I'm not going to pull one, but I bought a couple boxes of Topps Series 1. Now, people who've been with me for a long time know that I complain every time I buy this stuff. I mean, for the last couple of years, I've complained. Previously, you open up jumbo box, you could grade the rookies. You graded your Dan Alvarez or whoever came in it. You paid a decent amount for grading. You sent it in. You got it back. You got a 10, and you're paying for your box. Can't do that anymore. First of all, it's not cheap to grade anymore. Second of all, with recent products, you got like a 25% gem rate. I mean, at least that's what it is for Prism. And I mean, these boxes, the return on is crap. But you know that going in, so I'm not going to complain. So, Gio, don't give me my little Timmy crap like you did last year. It is what it is. I bought some boxes, but even that, think of what Fanatics has done, like this heavy lumber. Yours truly did a whole episode about how the hobby slot machine for breaking is going to come in, and you're going to get the ability to if you hit this card, you get this amount. If you hit this card, you get this amount. Like, we're going to skirt the line on gambling, right? But I used to say, like, it was like a slot machine, right? 3 bars, 3 bells, 3 cherries pays this. they're going to have that list of cards. And we did it. We saw it a little bit with the buybacks, right? And we see a little bounties here and there. But now I noticed a post that if you hit one of the heavy lumber cards, it's $100 for you in Fanatics credit. And I think $100 randomly to someone in the crowd in the chat, which is smart too, because how do you turn someone from the crowd into someone who's a user? Just give them some credit. They'll use it. It's like a free bet. Bet $2 win 100. You got to continue to use that money. You got to, that 100 is still got to get put back into the system, and you'll be a return user. They hope, I'm sure. But I like it. It's innovation. It's trying something different. It's who knows what's gonna come of it. Success stories on the hobby. I should just go grab this. So my LCS does not. I never hit with my LCS. So these Topps boxes are going to be terrible. But let me show you guys something. I already talked about this. So I bought an advent calendar from Walmart. I told you guys to buy these. They were the Kaboom advent calendars, and we bought 2 of them. After day 6, I think it was, we got garbage, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give my son the second one. Just let him rip it. All 24, all 25 packs. Hopefully he gets something good. He ripped it, got nothing. The next day, day 7, Derrick Henry Kaboom. His first Kaboom he pulled out of a pack. Anyway, every Friday I'm opening cards with him, and complaining about the return and how it's crappy. And, it's a gamble, right? I mean, I complain. My Ohtani boxes didn't have shit in them. I complain just because I think it's funny. I think you guys enjoy it, but you got to know going in, it's a gamble. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? I will come on and do another episode maybe tomorrow or whatever and be like, I opened my Topps boxes on Friday, Friday opening, and man, they sucked. How do you have $190, $200 box and get like $8 worth of cards out of it? Get ready for it. It's coming. But I know it going in. I hardly get anything from LCS. I happen to be in Ace Hardware with my son this week. And I was buying vent ducts. I was venting an appliance through my attic, crawling around in the attic, ducting it out, thermal tape, the whole nine yards. It was a fun experience. But anyway, when we got up and I bought all my supplies, we got up to the front and they had a myriad of choices of products for him to choose from. They had Prism football, they had Prism stuff. And, the top stuff, you name it. And I said, pick whatever you want. Just, go ahead and point to it. So he walks behind and he says he wants Prestige. And he picks a mega box. I think it was $49, $50. And he opens up a mega box. This was Saturday, the day before the Super Bowl. And in the mega box, a Travis Kelce Kaboom. His second Kaboom. Talk about weird. We buy products all the time from the LCS and get nothing. A box from Walmart with a Kaboom in it. A box from Ace Hardware and another Kaboom. He's got 2 Kabooms now. They're not quarterbacks, but those will stay with him. Maybe I'll get them graded this way they don't get damaged, put them in a slab, but he's going to keep those cards. It's pretty cool. Fun to open them and get them, and that's part of how I hobby. Now, there are probably smart people out there saying, why do you hobby like that? You're losing money. Every day, every Friday, you're opening $200, $300, $400 worth of boxes, and you're going to get shit in it. Same reason the Jalen Hurts guys aren't selling their cards. It's not always about that money. Not always about that. I get to have some fun. I get to open some cards. Maybe hit something good and come in and tell you about it, like that, that Travis Kelce Kaboom. Travis had no Kaboom in the first half. Ugh. He did not look good. But maybe that's the jinx. Maybe I was rooting for Travis Kelce because we had a Kaboom and boom. The whole Chiefs kingdom falls apart. You can collect how you want, even if it means wasting a little bit of money on wax and having fun opening it with your kid or opening it with yourself because it brings you back to memories you had when you were a kid. And then the last part. Now I'll keep this short. Next year, I may hobby completely differently than I do today. It's likely I will. I'll do some research. I'll find a card that I think is kind of cool. I'll find a card that, I think is under the radar. And I'll say, this is what I want to buy. This is what I want to start collecting. Maybe I'll build a set. Something that I liked when I was a kid. Build it. Put it in a binder. And I might wind up selling cards that today I wouldn't even think about selling. Maybe I don't love it as much. Maybe I still love it, but just, Your collection is always evolving. Now, for some people, that's crazy. They buy their cards, it's going to stay in their collection forever. Coffin cards, they call them, you name it. Maybe I have some of those, maybe I don't. And it doesn't matter. There's different content. Some people like different content than what I put out. Some people like the content I put out. There's different card stores. There's different breakers. There's different ways of getting your cards. There's now celebrity owners. You got athletes collecting their cards. You got athletes buying a piece of hobby shops. All of it, this mishmash, this cool melting pot, I think makes it the best hobby in the world. It's always changing. For you, for me, for everybody. So that's it. And, you know, hopefully you guys are still having fun doing what you're doing. If not, maybe we can go collect Rolexes or do something else together. But I don't think so. I've been doing this since the 80s, and I'll probably be doing this until I die. So having some fun with it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep it short, 15, 16 minutes. Enjoy the hobby, guys. That's why you're here. You know what I mean? Go, you know, do something. It doesn't necessarily mean go buy more cards or buy a box or something. Although, you know, you can get a hobby box. I think my LCS is selling retail of Top Series 1 for like $60, $65. You might not get a huge hit, but talk about like a cool throwback. Talk about like, you know, spring. That's why opening day is awesome. It's a new start. Everybody starts from scratch. Everybody starts from zero. No wins, no losses, no errors, no nothing. That's a cool kind of page turner on your life. Who knows how bad it was last month, but you get to look forward. Open up a nice box of cards. Open up a pack. Go down to your basement. You know, take some cards, put them in a binder that you can look at. Enjoy. Enjoy it your way. Thank you, Arena Club and Bleecker Trading, for letting me spout out this bit of hobby goodness on this fine day. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care.